welcome to a new episode of our podcast. Today's topic is female pleasure and orgasm. Why are we talking about this topic? We held one of our open space discussions about female pleasure and orgasm and found that it's really important that we talk about these topics and break the silence and have safe spaces where we can open up. And in our open space, we had a guest speaker, and we are very delighted to have you here today again. So Zany is here to talk to us about female pleasure and orgasm. Zany holds a bachelor's degree in psychology. She is a nail artist and a women's rights activist. Also, she is part of a group of Latina women against violence, and she's now preparing her master's in gender, sexuality, and culture. Zany, you're very welcome. Thank you so much for talking to us.
Thank you for inviting me. It's a pleasure to be here.
And we are very delighted to have you. So Zany, for us to start, can you explain to us what is pleasure?
Pleasure is something make you happy or give you satisfaction. That could be getting your nails done or eating your favorite ice cream, or maybe you can feel pleasure going for a walk in the nature. Pleasure is something make you feel good, and it could be like a physically, like you can feel something physical about the pleasure, or enjoying something emotional, or like just being around people who love you could be a pleasure too. The basic thing is make you feel happy and enjoyment. This is a feeling of happiness or enjoyment. And going to the pleasure thing, actually the World Health Organization considers sexual health part of the overall quality of life. That means we don't know exactly how much pleasure we can have knowing ourselves. We can see is very important in us life and in us mental health to have pleasure as well. Not just in something we can eat or we can enjoy in a party or somewhere. It's about ourselves too. And sexual pleasure is very necessary for have a better quality of life too.
So we can say sexual pleasure is the feeling of enjoyment and satisfaction coming from intimacy, physical contact, and emotional connection if it's consensual and healthy, right?
Yeah, if you go to the sexual part, yeah.
Okay, that's good for us to know. Well, you just mentioned some taboos or ways why we don't know about this topic. So would you mind to explain us what taboos exist that we don't really talk about female pleasure and also orgasm?
The main taboos I have in my list is like for a long time, and still being like that, virginity is a symbol of purity. Or there could be like the female pleasure is forbidden subject, like, no one say, and or there is female masturbation as an absolute taboo. Like what happened is you see the books on everything just you listen something about masturbation, always is about men. Like they do too much, they don't do, or they have a problem with that, but you don't read anything about women masturbation because it's a taboo thing. The other is like a stigmatization of sexuality, sexually active women. Like if a woman have more than one partner or they have an open sexual life, is something really bad, but actually in society men do the same thing and it's a normal thing. How the society look this. Other is like marriage is the only acceptable path for female sexuality. Like what happens if you don't have a partner? What happens if you are in your own? Like no, it's not possible, it doesn't exist.
Yeah.
And other is like women, we're supposed to be responsible for men pleasure. Who say that? The male desire depend of us. And the other is like a masturbation as a topic of shame. Like because it's something wrong, you can't do that. It's a few taboos exist a lot more, but this is like the basic I have heard in my when I was teenager and everything, like, and still being, I have friends, I know people still thinking in that way.
So all these taboos that are established in society, as virginity that you mentioned as the first one, and women being impure if they're not virgins anymore and so on, prevent us from freely exploring our sexuality and bodies
Yes.
and knowing about them.
Yes, because with that negative like connotation about the thing, no one wanna do that because it's dirty, because they say it's something actually not natural thing, but it's totally in us. It's in us biology too.
Coming to the biology, that's a good question. Like, what are the parts of the female anatomy?
Oh, this is I heard a lot about this kind of mistake people does, because actually from I started learning about sexuality, I realized many things I was saying wrong. Like a lot of women, I will say, or even people, they say about the vagina. But actually, the name of the genital area is include many external and internal parts. But what we see, like everything is external, is called vulva. Like the full part, like we call all the time in the past vagina, that actually is the vulva. And in the other hand, vagina is the internal canal that connect the vulva to the cervix and the uterus. I mean, it's just the small hole in there. This is named just vagina. The rest is just vulva.
Okay.
And if we go to the what part, we can see in the external part, we have the labia major, labia minor. Again, we have the vaginal opening, like I just named that. You have the urethra, like where the urine is, is exist. And we have the perineum. It is located in between the vagina and the anus. What is anus is the final opening in the digestive tract. And we have the clitoris too, is something in the internal part. We have heard a lot of time like, oh, stimulate the clitoris and everything, but actually clitoris is not just the top of the vulva, I would say. Is a big thing, like is as long as the vulva part, and it's not just the
clitoris head, we could say. It's longer than the...
It's totally bigger than that.
So if we do talk about the different parts of the clitoris itself, which parts can we identify? So you spoke about the clitoral head or hood, which is the small part. So then we have a bigger part.
You have the glans clitoris too.
Okay.
You can see internal and external. You can see the opening of the urethra too. I mean, it's the same side what you see from outside, and you have the vestibular bulbs too. It's like
so the bigger parts, the bulbs.
If I could say something like testicles things, because actually genitalia is from, I think.
I know what you mean. Like you want to say that those parts actually are quite similar to the male parts, right? So the penis has a similar structure as the...
It's exactly the same. It's just in between we are the same, in between the 5th and the 6th week, like when...
You mean when the baby's in the womb?
When it's in the womb, we have exactly the same part. Just after that time, they start develop if you will be a girl or if you will be a boy. But we have the same parts. You have the glands in both of them. You have the corpse in both of them. You have the bulb as well in both of them, and you have the crust in both of them. But just the organization is different. Like I will say, clitoris as well get erected and relaxed. But we don't see that, but actually work in the same way as the penis.
That's very interesting. So the clitoris, which is more internal and we can't see it, as you said, would get aroused and bigger as well.
Yeah, but
under stimulation.
But actually, if you are having sex and you have the orgasm, actually with somebody on your own, if you touch your vulva like on for external part, you can see how that is vibrating and how that sounds area get a little bit more, bigger. But it's not something going to outside. It's just if you touch that,
You would feel
after
like you do
after
feel
the
a
orgasm,
difference.
you will see what is happening there. You know.
That's very interesting. Well, thank you so much for giving us a more deeper insight into the clitoris as well. Well, you mentioned now orgasm. What is an orgasm?
Orgasm is extremely feeling you can feel like you can more. It's something like I can explain how I feel the orgasm in myself. Like it's like something you can't more. It's like the happiest moment in that situation is the best moment ever. But going to science, we can say when the orgasm happen, you have like a physically your muscle in your pelvic area are contracting between 8 and 12 times.
So they are contracting 8
like
to 12
what I
times.
was saying, like what I was telling you, when you touch your vulva from outside, you can see that vibrations. You will see that contraction, you will feel it. And that contraction could be maybe start fast, like a 1 or 2 per second. And after it will go slowing down. And what happens in your brain when you're having orgasm, that gives you a feeling of pleasure. And why this you feel that good is because you liberate endorphins and you get relaxed. If you have orgasm, your production of cortisol decrease. Like for that, after orgasm, you get so relaxed and nothing is important more than that moment, because you really biologically you liberate a lot of things. It's not just pleasure, it's a full body working in that function. And where it happens, that contraction will happen in all that area. Could be in the anus, in the pelvic muscle, and in the sexual organs. And the result of all of this is a feeling of euphoria and relaxation.
Okay, now moving on from understanding what orgasms are, what types of orgasms can we identify?
Oh, we have plenty. One of them is clitoral orgasm. Like this happens when the clitoris is stimulated, generally from outside, like for external stimulation. We have vaginal orgasm. This happens from the stimulation inside of the vagina, especially what we can name like a G spot. Anal orgasm, some people enjoy stimulation of the anus and the rectum, which can lead to orgasm. We have cervical orgasm. This happens from the deep penetration that touches the cervix, and it can feel intense and emotional for some women. We have multiple orgasm. Some people can have more than one orgasm in short time without needing a break. We have nipple orgasm. Nipple stimulation can trigger orgasm from some people because the nerves are connected with the same pleasure centers in the brain and the genitals.
Oh, that's interesting.
Combined orgasm. This is when different kind of stimulations happen at the same time. I don't know, you can be touching the nipples and the clitoris, and
so a combination of different orgasms, okay.
You have mental or psychological orgasm. Like some people can orgasm just from fantasy, thought, strong emotions, and it's everything about your mind and without touching their bodies. You have exercise-induced orgasm that are called choreogas too, and it means some people can, some women can get orgasm like when they are doing workout, like, and especially if they are working the core part. You have brain orgasms too. It is a soft tingling or feeling from certain sounds or visual, like you can feel very relaxed or even euphoric. For some, it is orgasmic, is not sexual way. You have full body orgasm. We can call that, some people can talk about energetic orgasm or tantra or energy sensations, People can feel orgasmic waves of pleasure through the whole body, not just in the genitals. For that, is energetic. It's a mix of mental and thought and all of that. And you have the orgasm during the childbirth, like around the 0.3% of women have said they experience that when.
So they experience orgasm during childbirth.
Yes.
Well, that is very interesting.
It's a 0.3 women, but it's very interesting because if you can see you are giving a birth and you're having orgasm, will help you in relieve a little bit the pain you are suffering at the moment. It's very interesting. And speaking about a person who can get orgasm like a brushing the teeth, is who can do that? I mean, I brush my teeth many times, but actually I don't feel anything. But some people have that. For that, I say at the beginning, is plenty ways to have orgasm, but are the more common. But some people have way more options to have orgasm.
So we could say there are two different types that we can identify: genital and non-genital orgasms. We sometimes hear about female ejaculation and squirting. What is this and what's the difference between them?
Okay, if I have to explain you like kind of an easy way what this is different, like female ejaculation is a small amount of liquid happening at that time, and squirting is a large amount of clear liquid, like the same fluid. This is coming with many other, and this could happen with orgasm or without orgasm, both of them.
Yeah, thank you very much. Another aspect I would like to cover is the G-spot. What do we name as a G-spot and how can we understand it?
This was surprising for me because everybody was speaking about G-spot, but actually G-spot is not a new place. It's just how they call the internal part of the clitoris when it's erected inside us, and that some women they could get more erected than others because everything is about us physiognomy as well, like how is us body and everything.
So you mean also the size of the clitoris, probably?
Completely, because all of us are different. The cervical part and we are all of different. And when you name the G spot, it's like the position
in the inside of the clitoris, we could say.
Exactly, because it's not like a new place. It's just the clitoris being erected and you can feel it. And for that, some women say they touch and they can feel something there.
Okay.
When they are masturbating or they are stimulating themselves. But it's not a different place they just discovered. It's just the same part of the clitoris, just they put that name. But
so we could say the erected inner part of the clitoris is called G-spot.
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, doesn't exist the new spot.
Like not a specific anatomical feature, but
exactly.
The clitoris. Okay, that's very good to know. Thank you. And let's talk about the gender-based orgasm gap. What does this mean exactly?
That is a huge thing because according to a study, the 95% of heterosexual men regularly reach orgasm, while only the 65% of heterosexual women do.
So we have a huge gap between men, 95% of men reaching orgasm, and 65% of women. Okay, I see.
The other fact in that study is lesbian, they do better, like 86%. That means probably because if you are with somebody, for example, in a lesbian relationship, that woman know exactly what you have and what part stimulate, and with men it's different because they just go through and they don't need too much stimulation than, the basic one. But women, we take longer and we need to understand.
So what you mean is like lesbians reach more orgasm because they know each other's bodies?
Yes.
So it would be nice if like more men know more about the female body, and then probably
and there
more
is the
women
communication, like to say what you like. It's very important to talk about that thing.
So we could say what women feel and their sexuality and pleasure are as important and they matter.
Yes, for sure, that matter.
Okay, very good. Well, let's go to another part, which is the self-exploration. So women exploring their own body. What can you tell me about, like, how is it important or what is good for self-exploration?
Okay, I will say self-exploration is a form of self-awareness and self-love. It is a very personal process with no rules, no timelines. It's just you discover what you feel good. Like sometimes we can see in movies or, in programs in TV, like, oh, this is the way. But actually, some women or some people can get very frustrated because actually they have done that thing and they don't feel anything. It's like really self-exploration is very personal. You have to discover yourself, and you should know your own body, and to be able to introduce someone into your sexual life, like it's advice as well. We were thinking about the difference in between men and women.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's very important if women can communicate more what they want, because it will be better for you as a woman.
And I would add to this, if women would know themselves better and explore themselves before entering shared relationships, they will be much healthier. But
sure.
Oftentimes women have shared sexual experiences without even knowing what organs they have, how they function, and
Exactly.
like know anything about their body. So then it's really hard to have healthy shared sexual engagements.
Exactly. And for that is very important, the self-exploration, because not what the other people say is the way. You need to find your own way.
Mm-hmm.
And
so what is important to find this own way? Are there some guidelines you can give us?
Yes. I think could be at the beginning, maybe if you don't do this thing like that, know yourself. I will recommend you, if you want to start to doing a sexual self-exploration, first thing you have to create a safe space.
A safe space.
Yeah, you have to be in your room when you're alone, and you feel safe. Nobody will open your door. It's like you need to be in your own. The second is connect with your body. What that means? Touch yourself, like your legs, your face, your hair. Like try to get involved with who you are, and do that in a slowly way. Don't explore quick. No, don't try to do some. No, try to do in your way.
So to give yourself time
and slowly discover what you want, or what you like, because again, I think society told us everything we're supposed to feel, how we dress, how we have to behave, but take all of the taboos and things from society out and look what you like. If you want, for example, I don't know, touch the back part of your ear, try. If you feel touching your knee is a pleasure for you, try that. It's about your own way. And when you discover what you like, you can maybe introduce toys or variation of that, like different tools to get better know yourself. And the very important thing is you can listen your body. With explore without expectation, allowing yourself to feel pleasure freely. I think self-exploration is a personal journey of self-awareness and self-love without rules or pressure.
That's very nice. And I would like to add that the self-exploration also increases the ability to sense what is happening inside our own bodies. So to allow for interoception, which is a very important ability for us.
Interoception is amazing, because I could give you, is women or people is listening us, you don't know what is interoception. It's not just in sexual way. It's like, I will give you a very simple example. For example, when you are very close to your period is coming, and you feel something inside you is telling you something is coming, and you know exactly what it is, that's interoception.
Being aware of the PMS symptoms, for example.
What is your body saying in when you say, one day my grandmother always say, oh, I'm feeling it, maybe it will rain, I feel this, like it's something your body is saying you before. To be aware, to listen what your body say in any way in your life will make you a happier person, more sure about who you are, and you will get more self-love for sure.
Yeah, and I guess it's really helpful, like also to be able to listen to one's own intuition, connect with the gut feeling, and it ultimately to take better life decisions, because we can listen to our body and what our body tells us and what it rejects maybe as well.
Yeah, because again, it's everything we have bring from us past life, or everything is saying, I don't know, if you wanna feel something specifically, people say, no, you can't feel that. You can't feel like this. No, you have to be like that. It's like, in the past, I don't think people listen the body, or I don't think they have a lot of interoception either, because it's something you have to be that connected with your body to get that level. To understand, I feel uncomfortable in this situation. My body said it is. I don't want to come anymore. That is listen what is inside you. Don't do what people say. It's just try to follow what your body say and be consequent with what you like. I think it's very important interoception for them.
Yeah, very good. Thank you for sharing this. And I guess one way of creating this interoception, as we said, is self-exploration and masturbation. So let us go a bit more into masturbation. What do we understand as masturbation?
Masturbation is not like a specific, again, way to have the masturbation. It's not like a GPS route at all.
Yes. Maybe we could say masturbation is a great way to please ourselves and create pleasure for ourselves without somebody else being involved.
Exactly. Masturbation could stimulate yourself and your own. Could be just with your fingers, could be just what I told you with sex toys or with a pillow or whatever you wanna.
Maybe the shower head. Who
I
knows?
heard about that too.
Yeah.
I think masturbation is your own like a research about where you have to touch and get your pleasure yourself, get orgasm. Like masturbation will bring you there an orgasm.
And you mentioned sex toys. Can we talk a bit about sex toys, please?
Sex toys are a great tool for exploring your body, depending on self-discovery through the masturbation. Like you have a different kind of sex toys too. You have for beginners. Some of them you can introduce. You have other external. You have.
So let us go there a bit more. What types of sex toys exist and how can we use them?
Yeah, I could say is before I will give you the detail of that. It's very important if you wanna use them. You need to use a lubricant.
A lubricant, you mean?
You need that because it's like some women they don't get that wet. I could say when they are stimulating themselves could be painful. Could be the toy won't go that easy in the skin and everything. I think it's important to have lube.
So you mean if a person or a woman isn't wet enough to consider using lubricants if using sex toys?
Yeah, I mean, and lube could help you with your fingers too. I mean, if you wanna stimulate from outside or inside, lube will help you a lot because you can play with your fingers. You can go softer in the area.
Okay, so what different types of lubrications exist?
You have, I will say the main ones. I will say it's very important to know your pH. Like that matters. If you wanna use a lube, like you have a different ones. You have the water base that in general they work very well. The water base.
I don't understand your comment about pH. What do you mean?
Vaginal lubes should have a lower pH, around 3.5, 4.5, to match with the natural vaginal environment. For example, in anal lubes should have pH around 5 or 7 to suit with the anal canal.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean,
so we need to be aware of where we're gonna use.
Yes.
The toy that we want to use and then match it to the right lubricant. Yes. Okay, and you mentioned we have water-based lubes.
We have water-based, we have silicone-based, and we have oil-based. And I could say the people use more like the water-based. This is cheap and available. They have a few ingredients, lower risk to allergy, can dry out quickly. Reapplication. I mean, you need to be aware because it's about the movement, about how you're feeling it. And if you are not enough wet, you have to use lubricant. For example, the silicone base lasts longer and is very slippery. Requires less reapplication all the time. And is generally safe for sex toys. An oil base is a natural option like coconut oil, provide long-lasting lubrication, but that can degrade the latex condom. And it's not safe for condom use. I mean, you can use in your own and could be okay, but if you are having a sex with other person, be aware your condom could be degraded with the natural ones, the oil ones. And some oils may increase the risk of vaginal infection or disrupt the vaginal flora instead. I mean, natural are okay, but...
Okay. So it means we should be like informed before we decide what to use, and to make sure we are informed.
You can be a little bit sure with the water ones, because they like I work for everything. But if you want to go to anal sex or anal stimulation or other kind of thing, try to read a little bit or be informed, because that could make a difference.
Yeah. Okay, that's very good to know.
Yeah.
So coming back to the sex toys, what different types of sex toys do we have?
You have like two big groups. You have no motorized and motorized. That means dildos are no motorized. Like you have, they don't have any battery or anything like that.
Well, I guess it probably exists as well in both forms.
No, yeah, but the other is vibrator. I mean, it's just the the difference in between. What is that? But of course, you can have the same with motor.
Yeah.
You can choose. It's a plenty of things you can choose.
Okay.
But dildos are called who doesn't have any motorized, like any motor, you know. And typically used for vaginal, anal, or oral stimulation. They come in a variety of shape, size, and materials, such as silicone, glass, or metal. You have I could say the second ones, the palm vibrators, great for beginners. They are small, easy to hold, and provide gentle vibration.
So how do we use palm vibrators? So I guess dildos would be more for the inside
penetration.
use, as you said, penetration. So palm vibrators, how do we use them?
These are external. Actually, they say palm vibrator because actually suit in your hands, because it's exactly, and it's very soft, because it's for beginners. You don't know how intense do you like yet, and I recommend you always start the softer to the hardest. You just need to put in your hand and start.
So hold it, stimulate the outside.
Yes, okay. It's outside the palm vibrator. You have clitoral stimulation toys. Again, this is external. This include toys designed specifically for clitoral pleasure, such tongue-like device or magic wands. You know, it's like you have a different shapes of that.
Okay.
Like, some of them are so funny and colorful and everything. They provide a more focused and deeper impact on the clitoris.
Okay.
You have two others, like a dual clitoral and vaginal stimulation toys. Like that means you are stimulating two parts. These toys provide a simultaneous stimulation to both the clitoris and the vagina, offering a more intense experience for those who enjoy dual sensations. That could be, for example, air. Some of them have penetration and have air, like a suction.
Suction.
You know?
Yeah, suction. Yeah.
There is like just vibration.
Okay.
And for both of them, I mean, penetration and vibration in the clitoris, like you have a different shapes and again colors and.
Yeah.
I was saying just now, the pleasure air toys. These toys use air suction to create a sensation of gentle pulsation of the clitoris, mimicking the sensation of oral stimulation that you can, like you are receiving a oral sex, you know, like it's look like, feel like. They are popular for the unique approach to stimulation, because it's like, imagine you can move that like somebody is doing oral sex for you and you do how you like. I mean,
yeah,
women say well very well. I have a few feedbacks.
Okay, very good.
You have others like a very known is a rabbit style toy. You know, like the rabbit, they say to have some like that too.
Yeah.
These have dual function, often offering both vaginal penetration and clitoral stimulation at the same time. And they are popular for the combination of different types of pleasure again, like the others. But this, when you say rabbit, you literally see a rabbit in the clitoral part. They say, like...
So the toy is shaped in the form of a rabbit.
Literally, you will recognize that if you go to buy one, you will see the rabbit there.
Okay.
And you have as well anal and butt play. This is a little bit less known because not everybody, women, they are I think they are not that open to try there because maybe they could think it's something like a gay thing, or maybe we don't feel anything there. But actually we have a lot of options to get pleasure for there too. I mean, for that exist motorized toys with that and no motorized too. I mean, they come in all the shape and size. Some of them are small, some of them are impressive large, and some of them are completely unique design. But no matter the size or the shape, one thing is crucial: your plug has to have a substantial base, because if not, you can lose it, and you have to go to the hospital, and it won't be nice saying to the doctor,
remove it,
and say, what is happening to you? Something happened.
Okay, so it's important to pay attention that there is such a...
Always have a base. Substantial base.
So that it can't be sucked in. Okay, I see. Well, thank you so much for explaining the different, or sharing with us the different parts of sex toys. Are there any safety tips, if we want to use them, that we should be aware of? Yes,
there are. It's like always clean your toys thoroughly before and after each use to maintain the hygiene. It's very important. Maybe you could get relaxed. I say you don't, but you can get an infection if you don't do that.
So we should always clean it before and afterwards, probably with some soap and water, I suppose.
Yeah, in general, it's better to wash just with water and general things. But if you have a specific something to clean, that could be even better. I mean, always as much you clean could be better. But be careful if the product could make you, give you irritation in the place, the area. I mean, be careful with that.
Yes.
Don't put, say, chlorine. How you say chloro? How you say?
Oh, yeah, no, yes.
Please be careful.
Yeah.
Just in case.
Okay.
Or there is like be cautious about sharing toys. I mean, it's your toys. And if you have a partner, it's okay. Or sexual partner. Or husband or whatever. But don't share it with other people. It's not involved in the two of you, just in case. And
so best to say your toy is yours and you shouldn't share it.
Yes.
Or be very cautious if you do wish to share it.
Please.
Yeah, makes sense.
Check for any potential allergen in the materials. Like if you have a problem with, I don't know, I will say latex, plastic, metal, glass. It's important if you have some allergy to that, because if you are trying and you get, damage or allergy for something like infection, be aware if you have a problem with any of the materials you are trying.
Yeah. Okay, thank you. Let's talk about the health benefits of orgasms. What are the benefits of orgasms you can share with us?
The benefit of the orgasm is a lot. You have, for example, relieve the menstrual cramps and the muscle tension. As well, reduce the stress and the anxiety. Imagine improve the sleep. I mean, if you do before you go to sleep, maybe it could be a good idea.
Yeah.
To get relaxed, because it will improve your sleep, improve your mood and your concentration too.
Very nice.
As well as help strengthen pelvic strengthens pelvic and anal muscles. Work pelvic floor. When it exists some balls, I don't know if you know them, like you can introduce some balls inside, and they are specific. It's like a sexual thing too. You can buy where they are the sex toys, but that make strong your...
You mean to train the pelvic floor?
Yes, I mean, if you are not having with orgasm, you will get that, but actually you can get to the same benefit, maybe trying the balls too. With the, it's everything. will be better for you in that area, you know, going to
Mhm.
the toilet and all of that. The pelvic floor is really important
Okay.
for women. Can improve reproductive health too. I mean, as much you try orgasm, your body is used to, and it's like you have better probabilities to maybe have better reproductive health if you have more orgasm.
Mhm.
But the immune system, I mean, if you have orgasm,
So it strengthens the immunity.
I mean, as I don't say as much because I don't want you get like addicted to this, but as much you do that, your immune system will be better as well. You
Yeah.
know, because it's again, sexual pressure is part of us health.
Our health. Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
lowers the blood pressure,
Mhm.
improves cardiovascular health,
So it's very good for the heart as well. Yeah, that's good to know. Mhm.
increase the libido.
Mhm.
As well, what I was saying before, as much you do, you are feeling like I can try maybe a different things, you know, maybe I can try in that way, or as well protect your brain,
Mhm.
burn calories too. Not a lot, but if you do, yeah, it will help you in that too. Improves the body image and self-love, like we
You mean
were.
the body image, the self body image, and the
Yeah,
self love? Yeah. Okay.
I was saying before, like as much you know yourself, you will feel like a more power about who you are because you
Mhm.
will know what you will ask for,
Yeah.
and you know that going to that part, and
Mhm.
helps to understanding of sexual arousal, sexual desire, and pleasure. Reduce your frustration and sexual tension because as well, if you know yourself and you're aware who you are, probably you won't be that frustrated like I don't work, maybe that thing is I'm doing wrong. But
Mm.
no, because if you know yourself, you know it is not for you. Maybe you
Mm.
have to try other thing.
Mhm.
And help heal sexual trauma
Mhm.
as well, because I think when people or women have a sexual trauma, they take like sex orgasm as something bad, because how you could understand something different is first the way you learn, but actually when you can try yourself and you can work a lot in that trauma, because you will say, oh, that is not that bad.
Mm. Like it's like reconnecting with the own body and connecting mind and
Yes.
body after sexual trauma and
Yeah.
kind of sexual healing through this.
Yeah, because if you start doing it and you practice it, and you will realize what do you like, and it's not that bad. It's self-love.
Yeah.
Doing it is self-love. It's like when you
Mhm.
when you eat something healthy for your life, it's the same thing doing it,
Mhm.
because it's making you better
Mhm.
in this part, like a sexual part, but you will improve for sure.
And probably also would help then bring sexual desire and pleasure back into life, or reintegrating it, or
Yes.
maybe discovering it for the first time. And as you said, while improving the own body image and self-love level,
Yeah.
which is so important to live a fulfilled and okay, so
Improve
orgasms
women.
can actually massively improve one's life quality.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, coming kind of towards an end, what are the important points about masturbation we can take away from today's conversation?
I could say like breaking stigmas, normalizing masturbation will help to reduce the shame and the misconceptions,
Mm-hmm.
empowering each individual to better understand to their own bodies and sexual health.
Mm-hmm.
That could breaking stigma could make us to feel free from society and cultural stigma. I think
Yeah.
it's very important to break that away. We were talking that, oh, sex, oh, that is something bad, but actually if you reconnect with yourself, it won't be bad for you at all, and that is a stigma. But after you try it, you will say, actually I feel good after that, it actually worked.
Okay, so breaking the stigma is one
Is
aspect we
one of
take
them.
away.
The other is self-knowledge. Like it improves women by helping them to understand their desire and control sexual satisfaction while reducing body shame and guilt. Like when you have
Guilt,
the
you mean?
control about your body, knowing yourself is a power.
Mm-hmm.
And self-knowledge, I think, is something is coming with the masturbation and your own, I would say, interoception about that.
Mm-hmm.
Other is like will help us to have open conversations. Like open conversation about masturbation can challenge societal taboos. When you know yourself, what somebody will say something to you and you say, I'm not sure about that because I know other things, and that will improve your sexual well-being.
Mm-hmm.
It can also help to address sexual dysfunction, like anorgasmia. Some people, they don't feel orgasm, and they can't do other things because it's in the way they are. And maybe you didn't know you could feel orgasm if you don't try, because if you didn't feel once, maybe could help you with that to discover maybe you are not an orgasm person. Maybe you can have orgasm, but will help you with that to have open conversations. We were talking about that, like will improve your self-esteem for sure. Like masturbation can have a powerful and positive impact in self-esteem in women. It is not just about pleasure. It is about self-connection, body acceptance, and empowerment. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you very much. These are very powerful words to finish with, saying it's about empowerment.
Yes.
It's about knowing ourselves, being connected with us, and strong, confident within ourselves. So that's great. Thank you so much, Zany. I really appreciate you sharing this conversation with me. Before we close, I would like to give some recommendations. There's the movie, it's called #FemalePleasure. It's a Swiss-German documentary by Barbara Miller. It follows the story of 5 extraordinary women from across the globe, and it's a great recommendation I would like to make. Apart from this one, there's the Netflix series The Principles of Pleasure. It entails 3 episodes, and it's a really good recommendation as well. And there are 2 TED Talks. One TED Talk is called The Unknown Greatness of the Clitoris by Maria Røsok, and the other one is Masturbation is the New Meditation by Keeley, Olivia. Those 4 recommendations, I really would like to give them to you. Maybe later after listening to this episode, you would like to look them up and continue a bit in your own self-discovery journey and research. Well, now, thank you again, Zany. Thank you for listening in. Hopefully, you will be able to listen to more podcast episodes that are coming up. And I hope you enjoy your self-care practices through self-pleasure. Thank you so much.